Hi, it's me. I'm back. It is the night of my last video. Pull that down. Uh, why do I keep trying to do this when I'm talking? So, I made a video earlier today, and two more things, silly things happened, and I figured, hey, I'll talk about it. Okay, so I left here. I had a plan. I was going to go and buy this granola stuff that I knew about from a place, and in an attempt to get myself to make more art, I was going to, while I'm here and stuff, I went and bought um, tiny little things of paint. Cost me 35 baht each, which was like 100, and ended up being like 100 baht, which is like $3. So I think that's an expense I can take. I can take that. And then I was gonna go. I went to this mall, and I went to the top of the mall where there's this like study slash working slash whatever space, and so I was gonna do that. I left that pretty early because I had to pee, and I was like, I don't know. I realized I'm not doing anything, and I think one thing that happens to me here is that in Thailand, I'm in Thailand. One thing that happens to me here is that I don't recognize when I'm tired. And that happens in America too, but I think that I do way less, and so I never get to the point where I realize that I'm not observant about how much I'm putting myself and my body through. And so, okay. So I left here. This is the first thing. This is a silly, I'm a silly guy. I was walking and I had to cross traffic. I didn't actually have to cross traffic, but I was going to. And it was a lot of traffic. I think everybody was leaving for the day. It was like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 p.m. maybe. And traffic was a lot. And at one point, a woman stopped she was on a motorbike, and there was like this little tiny child in front of her, sitting on a motorbike, and a little tiny child behind her sitting on the motorbike. And she comes to a stop, but I couldn't tell if she was stopping for me. And I'm like, why are you stopping for me? Because this entire traffic is just going. And I was at a crosswalk, and I was just waiting. And I was this is also what I do. I try to figure out what I'm doing, and I don't ever know what I'm doing, even when I'm doing it. And so they've stopped. And try not to laugh, okay? And the little girl who, both of these kids, like, I don't know, sometimes it's hard for me to tell. It's hard in general, normally, but in Asia, it could be really hard for me to tell how old these kids are. But they're tiny. Like, they're not in kindergarten. Maybe they were second grade, first grade, I don't know, but they were tiny. And the one girl, and I'm just like looking, just going like, well, what are you doing? And I look at the girl, and I'm like, oh, what a cute little girl. What? She's so cute. She's a cutie. And she just goes like this. And I'm like, girl, are you like aggressively telling me to just go across the street right now? And like over here, yeah, you just kind of walk into the street and let them stop. So she just knew. She was like, dude, go, idiot. Like, I'm not gonna take orders from a 6-year-old or whatever you are. I don't know. 7, 6. She wasn't 5. Couldn't have been 5. Could have been 5. She was a tiny girl. And I'm like, I this is the other thing. People can't, they don't know what I'm doing. And again, even in America, people just are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I gotta do it my way, okay? Just give me space, give me time, let me do it my way. Anyways, the one woman is kind of like looking behind her when she stops, so I'm not, you know, making eye contact with her or anything. That's why I was looking at the little kid. Because I was also trying to figure out, like, is this lady stopping for me? Because she had her blinker on, she was turning. Anyways, eventually, yes, she was stopping for me. She stops the other motorbike, and then she comes back to me and she goes, everybody's yelling at me. Everybody's yelling at me. Why are you yelling at me? Not yelling, but ordering me. Why are you ordering me to do things, people? And so I just go, okay. Meanwhile, all the other cars still going across the crosswalk. I'm just like, fine, just do the whole thing where I walk slowly and let them stop or not, or let them hit me, whatever. I don't know. And I'm amazed there aren't more traffic accidents, because at one point a car is coming pretty quick, and I'm like moving at a normal pace, because like when you're doing that, you kind of need to go. You don't go fast. You're not running across, because they won't have time to. But you also don't. You just keep pace, and they kind of respond. And this one car just like, it's going so fast, and it just stopped really quickly. I'm like, how could anybody else know that you were going to do that? Nobody got into a wreck. I didn't get run over. And I continued on my day, and I kept laughing for that, inside. Kept laughing for the next, I don't know, half a mile, because I was walking far. And I was walking specifically to this one art place that I knew about, and then I was going to go across the street again to get food, whatever I said earlier, I can't think of what it's called, granola. So I did all that, and I was beginning to realize I'm getting really tired. I had an idea. So here's the other thing. There are things called bot buses here, and they're like modified trucks, and you just jump into the back of the modified truck. And here it costs, if you're inside the city, it costs 30 baht. And then when they're outside the city, they kind of just go straight, and you can wave one down and jump on, and then you pay 30 baht. 30 baht again, it's like, I don't know, 70 cents. 100 baht's like $3. So whatever that is. So it's not a lot, right? It's less than $1. And you get just driven to straight line, whatever. For some reason, I made a rule. It's not a rigid rule, and yet I follow it like it's a rigid rule. And I wouldn't even be able to tell you that I meant to make this rule, or that this rule is a real rule. But I just know that I tend to follow the rule, which is that I don't have it, but there's 10 baht pieces, like a quarter. It's a quarter size of a quarter, and a little bit heavier than a quarter. And I have decided, somewhere along the way, I've decided that I can only pay in 10 baht pieces. I can't pay in 5 baht pieces. I can't pay in 1 baht pieces. And maybe I was planning, I was like, I could pay with a 20 baht note. So it goes up to 10, and then it turns into notes, right? Like a dollar bill, 20 baht bill, 50 baht bill, 100 baht bill, 500 baht bill, 1,000 baht bill. And so I thought, but I was like, well, I don't have 10 baht. So I guess I'm just going to walk the entire way. Now I knew that I guess I knew that I was tired, but I wasn't tired enough to like, I don't know. I can't listen to my body because I knew I was tired. But I also knew that I could walk there if I had to. But I also knew that I was incredibly tired. Anyways, so I go through all that. I go there. I also check out this coffee shop that was closed at the time because I just wanted to find out where it was. So I thought about going there before. And then I went to the mall. And at the mall, I went to the top and I went to this place, bought a drink, and then I was just like, holy shit, I am like exhausted. Now, obviously, when you're exhausted, you can't really do much. You know, even though I was literally just sitting there, I just kind of wanted to like lie down and go to sleep or just like go like, oh my God, you know? And so I spent an hour and then I was like, after this, this is not working. And I walked home. And here's the next and I think final bad thing that I did. Well, like I said, this is the first place I've probably stayed in like 5 places already or more. And I guess one place didn't have a fridge and another place was a hostel. But for some reason, I think because I was so exhausted and I was probably getting some amount of like, whatever it's called, you don't have water. But I think it was more just like I hadn't eaten today except for some bananas. I think I just was exhausted and I just didn't. I think I was overwhelmed with exhaustion. And I walk around this, I go to a 7-Eleven and I walk around the 7-Eleven and I see these like protein drinks, milk protein drinks. And I see that, you know, there's a special going. So you buy 2 and it's a reduced cost. Normally it's 49 baht. You buy 2 and it's 38 baht each, or is it 38 baht in total? I don't know. I'm still dealing with my exhaustion. But I figured it out at that point, and I was like, well, this is a good deal. And, you know, let me go ahead and get this because I'm staying here for 5 days. And so, you know, and I could just drink 1 a day and you know, I'll also go ahead and buy milk too because I just bought this granola cereal. You know, I actually just kind of, I put it in my mouth and I chew. And I don't know, it's fine that way. So I buy this milk too. I think it was when I was I was walking right into the entrance here of this building area. And I continue to walk and then I just go, oh my fucking God. I don't have air conditioning. I don't have a refrigerator. What am I going to do? And this isn't like America where you can go back to I don't even know. Can you take things back to a 7-Eleven and get a refund? I guess you can. You pretty much can get a refund if you have the receipt anywhere in America, right? For the most part. Over here, I don't know. I literally, I thought, I was like, could I take it back? I'm like, no, I can't take it back. How am I going to explain to these girls at the cash register that barely speak English, don't speak English? And then even then, like, I couldn't do that. So I bought 4 of these things. I've drank 2 of them already. and I drank the milk, and my stomach doesn't feel that good. And I ate a sandwich that was also supposed to be refrigerated that I bought because I was just like, I was buying like basically like, oh, I looked on the premises. I looked for like a free fridge, like maybe this is technically a guest house. It's a guest house. So there's just this. So sometimes, I mean, you might have a shared refrigerator or something. I didn't see one, and I also didn't want to explain why I have like why I bought four high protein drinks. So yeah, so I just said, okay, F it. I'll just have a liquid diet today and hope that I don't like die in my stomach. I think for the most part I'll be fine. I'm fine. It's not that's not the problem, but like I just feel so fucking I really think I was like I was I was past the point of exhaustion and I was walking home. Again, I could have taken a bot bus. I could have done a lot of things. And the other reason I have this weird high need of control. And for some reason, it feels more like I'm in control. And also, I can't, I do these things that keeps me from interacting with people as much as possible. As much as I'm isolated and lonely, my alarm went off. Okay, so I've also had such bad experiences with people that I hope this is working. Okay. Green lights still on. So I've also had bad experiences with people, and I don't like to interact with people because, especially over here, kind of, especially, but because I don't want to make a fool out of myself. I feel like I always am, like with that little girl, that girl, that little tiny, it was the cutest, pissed off child. the cutest, most frustrated, like, hey, foreigner, go. That's what she did. She literally gave me that look. I'm going, little 6-year-old girl, I thought you were a cute girl. I thought you were a cutie. You just telling me, get the fuck out of our way. I want to get home. I've been spending all day at school. I want to get home and watch whatever on my whatever TV. Like little, they have them here too. Either they're staring at the phone or they're staring at like a screen thing, an iPad kind of like tablet type of thing. So I had to burp. Okay, so that was it. That's it. That's my. Those are my 2 extra F ups today, and I've got to really. I have to start letting go of the control thing. And here's the thing. This is what got me. The all the stuff that I bought. It was me attempting. So I go far in this one direction, and I act thrifty, and I over care about what I'm spending, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and then I go, whoa, dude, you don't need to do this. Like you're doing stupid. You're going way far. Caring about what you're spending is important and smart. Being the way you're doing it, walking everywhere, yeah, a lot of the things that I do, it's like those in moderation are good things, but I don't do them in moderation. I go fucking crazy. And so then I let myself spend all this money, but I do it in the dumbest way, and now I have to like just drink all of it, and then what happens is then I go the opposite direction. Then I'm like, well, shit, I just spent all this money. Now I have to save the money. So I have to try to find, which is always what I do over here, is I guess I have to deal with this way more here than America, because I just get into my routine in America where I just don't do anything. I go out, I do the driving, Uber Eats, I get on my computer and do print on demand stuff, or I do whatever. I don't know. I'm always doing something. The one thing that's kind of good about Trump, this isn't a good dad. One interesting, that's all I'll say. It's interesting. I had some anti-Trump stuff that I made in 2016, back when he was running, back then. And God, it's so horrible how long it's been. Jesus Christ. So anyways, it was a take on the Obama poster, and one is called, and it's on the bottom, Obama's poster was called Hope. And I made a bunch of variations of that, but with Trump. And one of them is Criminal in Chief. And that keeps selling. So I'm making money off of that. It's wonderful. But I can't, it's sort of like this kind of awful wonderful. It's like, oh, yay, I sold. Oh, yeah, he's the president. It's not exactly what I want to make money. I'll take the money, but. And so I'll do that at home. And when I'm here, it's like, this again, it kind of shows a lot of my problems were covered up, especially when I was a kid. It was covered up by how much other stuff was being done for me. So you go to middle school, high school, whatever, even college, you just get told, like, here's what you got to do. Show up here, take this class, get good grades. That's all you got to do. Especially when you're younger, if you're lucky, your parents are affording the food, and so you don't really need to think about that. There's a lot of stuff like that where you just don't fuck up enough to realize that you're having a lot of difficulties, or that you will have a lot of difficulties when it's all on you. So yeah. The other protein thing I've been going, I subscribed. What's it called? I got a month gym membership. People over here are jacked, and like the foreigners that come over here are jacked. The Thai people aren't necessarily jacked, but if they're going to the gym, there's some pretty built dudes. And again, the foreigners are all like built. I'm pretty sure that a lot of them are in high levels of testosterone or whatever variation of that. And I already small wise, I feel small, but then I'm like looking at these dudes, and I'm like, and I look pretty young, and they look like adults, and I'm like an adult, but I look weird for an adult. I look like a kid adult child. And so I'm like, I got to get that protein. I need to eat, because when I'm here, I find it hard to eat. And so I got that. Okay, anyways, I said I was about to say goodbye earlier when the alarm went off. Now I'm definitely saying goodbye. I love you, but not really, because I don't know you. And bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.